Some men are born to local counselling. Others have local counselling thrust upon them. But the great ones thrust it off again and become MPs. Well, goodbye, dear. I shall be attending a subcommittee tonight to consider the question whether the sodium streetlight. Say goodnight to Norman and Douglas for me. I named them after cabinet ministers, you know.
I know.
The anonymous ones. Even when Margaret was in full bloom, I never lost the faith. I knew that one day the wheel would turn and that we, the mundane ones, would return to seize the day. And so it proved. Look at John Major. Look at me. Say it loud. I am nondescript and I am proud. Cheery bye now, dear. Yes, you have achieved much, Sandy McKean. A house with garden furniture and a family to sit on it. And your very own gravel path. Truly, a man could be happy here. But you're not, are you, Sandy McKean? No. You're much too restless and questing for mere happiness. You won't be satisfied till all peoples of all hues are as nondescript as you are. Next door's still for sale. Thank God for the recession. It keeps a safe distance between the oily classes and the River Farm estate. We must never forget, anarchy is but a step away. For a society must have order. Order means wealth.
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Nick! Happy birthday to you!
Oh. Wasn't that nice of them to remember? This is all you get in life. We flannelers jumped up, nobody's sitting behind a desk trying to make you sweat in your stool. And see when you do, you can feel that wind-up key take another twist in your back.
So, Nesbitt, this is your lucky day.
It's not another surprise party, is it? Just a wheelchair next to an iron lung. Christ, you're spoiling me.
The wheelchair was your own doing, Nesbitt. If you hadn't assaulted the prison psychiatrist, my officers wouldn't have had to use necessary force.
Necessary force? Aye, necessary to liberate Bosnia, quell an urban riot. But to pull one Govan numpty off an ordinary Freudian psychiatrist, because you should have just had told me, asked me about if I was breastfed, I'd have finished up my gibbering right in the corner.
Most children are breastfed. I certainly was.
No, but their fathers, though, eh? I tell you, it's a terrible thing, inbreeding amongst the lower orders.
Take your hand off the governor's hand. He's already spoken for.
Look, Nesbitt, tomorrow is your release date. You'll walk out of here a free man.
Objection.
What?
A limp out of here. And how the hell can be a free man? Hey, when I've no job, no dosh, no prospects, and no bloody fags.
You've got something more important than any of these, Nesbitt.
What's that?
Your self-respect.
Well, I tell him, or will you?
You have 2 children, don't you, Nesbitt?
I want a better description, eh?
Do you really want them growing up to share your lifestyle? In and out of prison? Impotent? Feckless? Poor?
Literally impotent.
Speaking figuratively, Nesbitt. If you're dissatisfied, you can never hope to change matters from outside the system, bellowing your rage against unfeeling bureaucracy. So much more can be achieved with persuasion instead of confrontation.
See, persuasion, eh?
You're a man alone, Nesbitt. One man can achieve nothing. Join the system, and we give you the cigarette. Cause trouble, and we give you the wheelchair. If I were you, I'd try and remember that.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You may go.
Thanks very much, sir. Bye-bye. See this? British drive-in movie. Bumpy Sierra and a stolen portable telly, eh? Just a thing for scum with attitude, you know?
We're not scum, we're the underclass. There is a difference.
Aye, scum's old-fashioned. In LA, we get called the underclass, and we want to move with the times.
Where else but in Govan would it be promotion to be called the underclass?
Hey, that sounded like common sense, Nesbitt. Can you check my pulse?
Oh, get you. What sort of swag in the tree, anyway?
My new range of pub grub. Ethnic delicacies for around the globe. Samosa, onion bhajis, pakoras. Here. Try one.
You know, your trouble, Rab. You've been in jail too long. The world's changed. And you can shut your yapping off. Because you can't see it, can you? You can't see it. You know who christened you lot the underclass, eh? Eh? The same sinister bastards that changed Windscale to Sellafield. Oh, I quite call us by a nice user-friendly name. Bump us into a filing cabinet under anti-social phenomena, social class DC4. Because I'll tell you this, boy, see when you get right down to it, they're nothing but a lot of jumped-up fascist bastards.
Mind the mahogany. There's no need for violence.
I'm scum, I'm allowed to do violence, it's in the contract.
No, they're the underclass, right? With us, it's mindless violence only. It's like healthy violence. Violence should be strictly non-political.
Aye. Let's keep politics out of sport.
Right.
Right, well, I'll tell you, I'm not going to get wound up about this. Because see me, I am Mr. Mellow. Join the society, you get a cigarette. So just you keep believing that, you losers. What's life if you can't laugh at yourself, eh? On, get you. Honey, I'm home.
Tease it.
Is that it? Is that what I get after 6 months in the jug? You're teased out, eh? Here I am in the bosom of my family. Well, here's the bloody bosom. Where's the bloody family?
Want to put that tit away? You're giving me the bulk.
Shit, you little swine, yeah.
Watch it. Touch me, and you're gone on a list.
List? What list?
The hit list for ethnic purity. There's too many wrong elements corrupting our society.
What's the matter with him? Eh? You just joined the Young Conservatives or something?
What's the matter with him? Your son's a wee racist bigot. That's what's the matter with him. He's a neo-Nazi.
What, that? It's a hell of a stretch of the imagination to imagine that as a tall, blonde Aryan god.
That's it. You're in the book.
What book? What are you at? That's such a reading. Forward with Britain.
Aye, it's a kind of companion piece to Backwards with Govan and Sideways with the Noon.
Go count your eyeballs, waster.
Listen you hearing me, boy. The only way this book is going to turn you into a tall Aryan god is if you stand in the bloody thing.
Laugh, go on. Bloody laugh. See this book? This book was wrote for blokes like me. See, 6 months ago, I was a vandal. But now, I'm an active patriot. Zeke Heil!
Gertie, go on, Gertie. Good step, is it? Good step. Get your ass out that door before I stick my toe up your wishbone. Go on, get. You see that? You see that? You little swine. You see what happens when I leave you to look after the weans, eh? Standards fall like drunks on buckfast.
Standards? You were in the bloody jail.
Can I help that if I'm a career man? Sometimes I need to spend time away from my family, so as I can keep you in the manner you have become accustomed to.
Oh, shut up, meet your spam.
Who the hell are you, Granite?
Oh, Ma, here ice cream van. Can I get something for it?
Aye, all right, take it out of my purse.
Well, I have to say, it's nice to see there's one happy bastard in the house. She must have done something right, eh, Mary Doll?
You think so? Oh, gosh, how many fingers am I holding up?
Thursday.
See what I mean?
See this? I'll tell you one thing about Govan. At least we're up front about our drugs problem. Take a swatch.
All right, you young scallywag, what can I get you? The usual, is it?
Aye. A Neapolitan, please, Gramps.
Upper and down and mix with a sprinkling of crushed Nembutal, right? Oh, I'm all out of Nembutal, son. Oh, but see, it's you. I could crush you up one of my angina tablets in raspberry sauce. Would you like that?
And seeing it as you, I could crush your lovable old nose one with my forehead. Would you like that?
It's not my fault, Biggin. I'm a victim too. This tea pays for my electric bills.
Come on, you. You one of the country's phone doing round about our ears. Dear God, I blame the grandparents.
And I blame the parents.
You said.
And I blame you and me, Rab. What kind of role models have we been, eh?
What do you mean? God, I've never had a drug near my gob and my puff. You take a swatch up the nostrils, all you'll see is Qatar and Old Holborn. Maybe they're sleeping God a mutton pie. But I'm an honest to goodness alcoholic. And what bloody thanks you get, eh? A junky bloody son.
Rab, things have changed since you've been in the jail. I mean, drugs are just a symptom, not the cause.
Cheers, Ma. Does that mean I can get tabbed out my skull?
No, it bloody well doesn't. Here, you can have a can of iron brewing like it. Go on.
Rab, we'll need to do something. I mean, I'm at my wit's end here.
Well, don't look at me. I have enough on my plate. I have an attitude problem to maintain. I'm a waster.
Rab, things are desperate. See for yourself. Rab, please, for their sake, we'll need to do something.
All right. There is only one thing for it. The scum equivalent of ritual harry-carry.
Rab, you're not going to top yourself.
Worse than that, Mary. I'm going to turn respectable. Respectable, is it? Easier said than done. I mean, take a look. Bottom of the heap, 90s style, eh? Potted plants and music. That shows you'll maybe no notice you've been offered a cleaning job at $1.90 an hour plus fizz.
So, Mr. Nesbitt, what sort of job are you looking for?
Classical composer. I've been hanging about in here listening to Mozart that long. I think I've got a hang of it.
There are a lot of people looking for work, Mr. Nesbitt. There's a recession on. Try to be patient.
Patient? Don't you talk to me about patient, boy. Good God, I've got one son a junkie. The other one's about to open the Govan branch of the Fourth Reich. And a wife with nerves stretched that tight. In case you could cross him on a unicycle. So don't you tell me to be patient.
Look, will you please calm yourself?
All right. I'm calm.
That's better. Now, you've had a look at what's available. Have you written down the numbers of any of the jobs that interest you?
Yes. 1145.
1145. The toilet cleaner. No experience necessary. $1.90 an hour plus FIS.
Are you all right? Keep your voice in, Barcocha. I don't want the whole gap knowing my business. Well, how about it?
Well, I'm afraid that vacancy's been filled, Mr. Nesbitt.
What about B21547?
That too.
A1025.
Sorry.
1026.
No luck.
Look, pal, see, I am desperate. Have you got nothing to offer me in the way of work?
Well, I could put your name down on the waiting list for restart.
What is? A paper hanger?
What do you mean?
Well, let's face it, I'd get plenty of bloody practice in here, wouldn't I? Hey, because I'll tell you, see what? No one of these bloody jobs exists, do they? Because you just stick them up there to take a bare look after the walls. Jobs, is it? Jobs? I'll tell you this, boy, there's only one bloody job I want in here. And that's your job, because from where I'm standing, you're getting paid good money for he bloody haul.
Look, I think you better just leave this. Gillian, call please.
All problems are problems of communication, Mrs. But as in politics, so in life. Consider Serbia. Consider the sodium streetlight, and what you will find, I submit. Name of goodness, what's all that stushy down there? No lives. But you mustn't lose heart, Sandy McKean. After all, you're in the vanguard. The only Conservative councillor in South Govan. What was it the Under-Secretary of State called it? The drip, drip, drip effect. You, Sandy, he said to me with his own mouth, using words, you are a drip. Oh. I'm sorry, Mrs. Nesbitt. You were saying about the trouble with society.
Aye. I will. It's just... see me. See talking. Well, I'm no... what's the word?
Articulate.
Aye. I will. Maybe I don't have the words, councillor, but I know that something's turned pure red rank rotten in this country. I feel it down here in my guts.
Goodness. We might be living in a pressure cooker, but restraint costs nothing. How do you mean, Mrs. Nesbitt?
Well, this isn't Govan anymore. This isn't the Govan I remember.
Evolution can be a painful process, Mrs. Nesbitt, but we can't afford to wallow in nostalgia.
Excuse me, but I'm not the one with the royal wedding mug and the copies of Homes and Gardens, am I? I can't afford to be nostalgic. I want something done about it.
About what?
About everything. I mean, look at us. Look at the Nesbitts. We used to be the Govan equivalent of the Waltons. Now look at one boy in drugs, the other one's a right-wing racist bigot. Oh, no offence. My man's just out of the jail and onto the dole. I'm skint. My shoes are stuffed full of tabloid pictures of Fergie's tits just to keep the rain out. And I've still only got one horn on my message bag as well, which is only a minor inconvenience because I can't afford any bloody messages. And another thing, I'll tell you this, boy. You wouldn't believe what we've got to go through every day. You try going and getting a crisis loan after the brew. You try going and getting shoes for your rain.
Mrs. Nesbitt, I understand your dilemma. Try and take the Olympian view. We are in the grip of a worldwide recession. As the old industries die, so the new ones come along and take their place. But this cannot be achieved overnight. True growth...
Shut up! You try taking the Olympian view when your ass is in the grubber, because that's where I've been all my life. Bastard!
All right, Mary.
Aye, all right, Rab. I see you haven't quite cracked the respectability yet, then, eh?
Oi! You nicked, you bastard!
Take that, you swine!
The acts of violence and the brutal expressions of racial hatred are seen as the work of a minority. worryingly far-right political parties like the Deutsche Volksunion, although not condoning violence, are harnessing the support of those who perceive that foreign immigrants are being treated better than they are.
There you are, Adolf. Does that make you feel better?
So what? It's their own country, innit? There's nothing wrong with a bit of ethnic cleansing.
Ethnic cleansing? Did you sit there with turnips in your ears and picking winnets out your ass and talk to me about cleansing? Change your Y-fronts more than once a fortnight and then talk to me about cleansing, boy.
And he's getting dickies in his head again, too.
It's not my fault. There's no gentian violet left.
I know.
Because Strawberry Fields here keeps drinking it.
Gentian violet? I thought you were a junkie.
Well, I like to diversify, you know, stretch myself. I'm the Renaissance man of self-abuse.
You should take a look at his bed sheets. They're like a wallpaper's overalls.
Aye, well, at least it's only myself, Herman. I don't go putting the boot on the innocent people.
OK, only because you can't get your foot out your arse quick enough.
Oh, you bloody think so?
Right, that's it. That's enough of that. That's enough of that, period. What is like? I'm sick of yous. Because I come in here after a hard stretch in the jail. And what do you find? Eh? Turmoil. Anarchy.
Anarchy's everywhere. It's the way of the world.
Aye, well, I'm not responsible for the world. But I'm responsible for this house. And for now on, things is going to be done to my orders.
Oh, aye. Well, in case it's escaped your attention, we live in a council house in the crisis loan estate. David Attenborough's got Mary an idea of our natural habitat and the corporation maintenance man. The roof's leaking, the lavy's blocked, and we've got more bare wires than the men of Texas. What's your master plan then, eh?
Master plan, then. Master plan. I'll give you master plan. You see that? You see that, everyone of you? Look. Work is freedom. Work is freedom. So, you want to be a Nazi, kid? Well, fascism starts right here. So it's a yellow star for you, and it's a pink triangle for you. From now on, it is Benito Nesbitt. Block drains, is it, lady? Block drains? Don't you worry about that. Because see me, I have got the perfect tool for getting right round the tricky U-bends.
What's that?
Adolf Snapper. Come here! I may be a tyrant, but at least the drains will run in tight.
The end of a week of mighty battles, between police and right-wing extremists.
See, that's one thing about Scotland, boys. They can say what they like, but there's no racism in our country, is there?
Ah, that's correct. And if there is, we just sweep it under the carpet, because that's a healthy thing to do, isn't it?
You're just being satirical, Rab. Us jocks is renowned for our warmth. We will give a friendly welcome to any foreign bastard. Right, Fergie? Oh, talking about dumb animals, Rab, how are the two boys? I hear you've been laying down the law to them.
Aye, you're bloody right, I have, aye. I'm keeping the bugger in a tight rein. That right, you?
Aye, you're right there, Dad. There's no slitting the leash where you're about, eh?
Bloody right, boy. Aye, you'd better bloody believe it. You see, that's what's wrong with him and his brother. No enough bloody discipline.
Rab, see, when we were young, there was nothing but discipline. In fact, it is discipline that has made us what we are today.
Alcoholics?
Exactly. If it wasn't for discipline, Rab and I couldn't drink half of what we're drinking today. Am I right, Rab?
Aye, bloody right, but try telling Fantasia at you. Because he didn't know what day it is. Good God, Jamesy, I can remember. I can remember when our Scottish education was the finest in the country. But see, listen now, see, he doesn't even know the bloody alphabet. The only letter he knows is E.
Where?
Down. God, I'll tell you something, Jamesy. I must have been on a low-fibre diet the night he spurted from between my tummy quads.
It's not his fault, Rab. It's the way of the world. I mean, I wouldn't want to be young nowadays.
Aye, it's a curse, Sandra.
My father believed in discipline. But I'll say this for him. He always knew where to draw the line.
Where did he draw the line, Jerry?
Murder. He lamped my brother Tommy out of he'd with a frying pan for picking all the sugar granules off a Paris bun and replacing them with air gun pellets. And I'll tell you this, Tommy might have ended up in a shallow grave in the Elder Park, but he never did it again.
So you never did him any harm then, Doddy, eh?
Thanks very much for sharing that with the group, Doddy.
Oh, where's Nesbitt? Any of you seen Nesbitt?
All right, I'll come quietly. See this? This is nothing but victimisation. I am being picked on for my subversive beliefs.
Stop your gibbering, we don't want you.
You what?
Job Centre Clark refused to press charges. But don't worry, you've a long way to go before we make you into a martyr.
Oh, that's a pity, because I quite fancied myself as Rab Well, never mind. A free man. Wait till I tell the wife.
On the other hand, not everybody in authority is as sympathetic as the Department of Employment.
Bless them.
You mean somebody did press charges? Who?
Of course there are those who will say I am bringing this charge solely for reasons of cheap personal publicity. That's McKean with a small c. But I want to assure all your listeners on Radio Govan that my good lady is right behind me in this. She is like a rock, aren't you, dear?
Yes.
As, of course, are my equally dear children. Violence must never be seen to succeed. There may be imperfections in our society, but to paraphrase the late King Edward, not only must something be done, but occasionally someone too.
Cheerio, Rab.
Another triumph for Govan diplomacy, eh?
Don't you even joke about it. I'm pure mortified, so am. Take a long time to live this down. Rab, you don't forget to take my turn washing the stairs, will you?
Oh, don't forget, Mary doll. Typical working class attitude, eh? Doesn't mind being called an urban terrorist, but doesn't want the neighbours to think she keeps a dirty house.
Not only do I wish to see moral standards maintained in Govan, I wish to see them Oh no. It can't be.
Right, Gosling? Right. After 3. 1, 2, 3, go!
You scum!
Now, is that not a lot more fun than smoking these dope cigarette things, eh?
Aye. I'll never touch another drug.
Exactly. Now, come on away up the pub with your dad and get blittered.
Hey, racy da!
Hey, you dirty wee swine! You got that!